Narrowing the research to find the appropriate industry for your career will help you later in your individual company research. So first is to create a big picture view. Let's take a look at the banking industry, for example. How do banks generate income? What kind of business models do they have? You can also look at employment agencies. Your school's career center or the government's Hello Work or the Hello Work for new graduates in Shinjuku are also great sources of information. I recommend making use of the company's index guide and index publications to make an even more comprehensive research, as well as participating in alumni visits to hear about the actual working experience. Hello everyone, this is Kat from Swimmy channel. So in our previous job hunting in Japan video, the importance of self-analysis, we spoke about the hiring of new graduates or Shinsotsu Sayo and the mid-career adoption. We also talked about the job hunting process, outline and schedule in Japan. Today, we will continue with our guide to conducting industry and company research or part 3 of the job hunting in Japan video series. Please refer to the job hunting and schedule and outline here. So what is industry research? Industry research is knowing what kind of industry you wish to work in or where you can apply the skills and knowledge you have gained at university in order to prevent future job mismatches. Narrowing the research to find the appropriate industry for your career will help you later in your individual company research. Industry refers to the classification of business operations, and they can be classified as either manufacturing or non-manufacturing. Non-manufacturing industries are further classified into trading, finance, or moving goods or money, distribution and retailing or selling goods, services, software and communications, and mass media, which is providing information. Finally, there is also the government and public sector. This simple classification system makes it easier for you to identify your preferred industry. And so we have the manufacturers. Manufacturers support the Japanese economy and Japan as developers, producers, and provider of various goods. There are all sorts of manufacturers and they can be divided into many industries according to what they produce. For example, automobiles, home appliances, food and pharmaceuticals, steel, textiles, and so on. From buying and selling products at stores to purchasing oil, natural gas, or other energy resources, trading companies serve as channels between corporations and consumers, as well as between corporations. The flow of products from production to consumption is called distribution, and businesses that sell products to consumers are called retailers. Retailers include specialty stores such as electronic stores and convenience stores, supermarkets, and department stores. A job in finance supports the economy while having close ties to various industries, mainly banks that handle deposits and lending of funds, and insurance that manages the individual and corporate insurance premiums, which include life and non-life insurance. The service industry earns profit by offering services that individuals and companies require. There are various services such as provision of travel, food, education, construction or civil engineering, provision of human resources, transportation, and others. The appearance and rapid progress of communication tools such as mobile phones and the internet have made our lives significantly more convenient. In addition, software industry has recently begun consulting services for their customers. Information and communications industries offer significant possibilities for new business opportunities and are expected to grow further. The term mass media collectively refers to newspaper companies, news service agencies, publishers, broadcasters, advertising agencies, record companies, production companies, and freelance journalists. They communicate a large amount of information to a multitude of people. These are organizations that carry out public businesses that cannot be done by the private sector in the society, such as local governments, schools, and hospitals. Government offices are the offices of national and local governments, including central ministries, courts, the Diet, and the Bank of Japan. So how do you conduct a comprehensive industry and company research? Once you have narrowed down your preferred industry and company type, it's time to start doing a more in-depth research. I will now teach you the 3 points to consider when examining your industry and company research. So here are the 3 main points to consider when researching. So first is to create a big picture view. Let's take a look at the banking industry, for example. How do banks generate income? What kind of business models do they have? Second is to understand the characteristics and unique traits. For example, let's think about the type of customers banks have. Banks have 2 types of customers, businesses and individuals. Businesses can be further broken down into major enterprises and small to medium-sized companies. Third is to know the growth potential and stability. So knowing the growth potential of the industry will greatly influence your future career information and will be able to produce a substantial statement of purpose in your application. So let's talk about the tools you can use to do your industry and company research. So first is your own research. You can do your own research and get more information from websites like the Chamber of Commerce, JETRO, etc., as well as publications like industry maps, reports, and guides from different companies. You can also look at employment agencies. Your school's career center or the government's Hello Work or the Hello Work for new graduates in Shinjuku are also great sources of information. At industry research seminars, you can hear from people who actually work in the industry. Another important feature of the company briefing session is that you can ask about the work environment of the company and other related questions. Finally, alumni visits are also great sources of inside information that you cannot get from the company brochure and websites. It is also a good opportunity to find out how people from the same country as you find employment. So what is company or corporate research? Corporate research is one of the most important tasks in the job hunting. Once you have identified an industry in which you would like to find work, the next step is to identify potential employees within that industry and eventually find the right company for you. So what are the points to look for in understanding the characteristics of the company? By understanding the position of the company within the same industry by asking yourself how the company fares with other competitors, you can begin to understand the characteristics of each company. Try to examine this in terms of business type, company size, and capital. So it is also important to dig deep into the characteristics of each company. You can do this by classifying and doing a comparison like in the graph. It is possible to get a rough idea of the company within the industry. The next step is to investigate deeper into the characteristics of each company with the characteristics in this checklist. And that's it for our video about industry and company research. Were you able to understand the importance of doing an in-depth research for your job hunting in Japan? I recommend making use of the company's index guide and index publications to make an even more comprehensive research, as well as participating in alumni visits to hear about the actual working experience. And in order for you to find the company that's right for you, you need to carry out a job hunt that centers on you. What you want, what thoughts and standards you're going to have as you embark on a career that will let you grow and become a productive member of society. For our next video, we continue to discuss more topics about the job hunting in Japan. This time, we shall be talking about OB or OG visits or alumni visits. This is part of the Japanese senpai culture where graduates who are currently working at the company are asked to talk about their work and job hunting experiences. So please stay tuned. Thank you for watching until the end. To our senpais, what do you think is the most difficult part of the job hunting process? Maybe you can give some tips or advices to our viewers. If you think our content has been helpful for you, please like and share our videos. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do, as we find more ways to make foreigners' life in Japan easier. Thank you, and until next time, bye-bye!